that every time I do a read, and that way I'll be on there. I'm fixing to do a reading on TikTok. All right. So breathe with me. Breathe in through your nose, hold your breath. So long breath out. Remember to let all the air out of your lungs. So there's no more, okay? Kind of like they did on the Muppets or whatever. We got the Sesame Street. Did you watch Sesame Street? What is that?
Oh, I did. I don't know.
Tell me how to meet. What is that song? Sesame Street. Wow.
Why don't you be
That's a song I'm getting. I don't know. That says, when you tell me how to meet on Sesame Street. Is this your dad or somebody? Did your grandpa pass? Did your grandpa used to sing Watch Sesame Street with you or something? Who is this? Did you watch Sesame Street? Are you old enough to watch Sesame Street?
It might be my dad.
Might be your dad? Did you just meet somebody new or something? What is that? What's he talking about? Who do you want to connect with? I'm sorry. What are we doing? A medical intuitive read? I know.
Yes, please.
They're going to help us, okay? they're going to help us. It's fine. We're doing all in one. You got 10 minutes. It's fine. What is your dad's name? Because obviously he's... Matt?
It could be my Uncle Mark.
Is that your dad's, how you wrote his name?
No.
All right, then it's not him. Hold on a minute.
Okay.
These T's are very specific. Hold on. This is a very masculine man.
That's my Uncle Mark.
Mark.
That looks like Mark.
Okay.
I love Uncle Mark so much.
So he's stepping forward to help us with this. Okay, so I don't get the information for just nowhere. You know what I mean? They help me. I got a yes with that. Did you feel the goosebumps as well when I felt the goosebumps? Did you feel that?
I thought I just got cold.
Yeah, that's it. That works. That it's not cold. That is a yes. Understand a yes. Understand the difference between a yes and a no. You are evolving very rapidly, so you need to be prepared. I'll help you with that. Spiritual questions are always free. I would not wish going through an enlightenment upon anybody without help. I had no help, so I'm gonna help you with that. So Mark is with you. Mark, he's like, yes. He's a very masculine. He's a strong man. I mean, I just drew through the freaking paper. Like, this is a strong man. He's got your freaking back. So you need to not worry about anything, okay? So what kind of mental problems are you having? Give me a starting point.
I'm having ear issues and eye issues.
Okay, so your ears are ringing?
Yes.
That's
reaching all the time.
That's your body adapting to a higher form of consciousness. We're just going to go there. We're going back to the same place where we started earlier. That's your body adapting to a higher form of consciousness. Like two guitars trying to tune into each other. Higher consciousness, and you. Everybody's ears started ringing about 7 years ago. I mean, mine started ringing about 7 years ago, but Like some people are later on, but whatever. That's just your body adapting to a higher consciousness. It's a normal thing. You can go to the doctor. I have no medical knowledge. I'm going to say this is for entertainment purposes only. I have no medical knowledge. I'm a psychic, not a doctor. Go see your doctor for sure. Anyways, that's what that is. It's your body adapting to a higher place at a higher, and that's how you're tuning into a higher vibration, so to speak. Make sense? This is
I just saw a CAT scan and it came out clear, so there's nothing medically wrong. I'm just growing.
You're just growing, yes. At first, when it first started happening to me, it was so freaking loud. Like it drove me damn crazy. I was like, oh my God, make that stop. Yeah. Now it's like, oh, please give me some more, please. So I'm being very animated. Was your Mark very animated? Was your Uncle Mark very animated? Because I am being so animated right now. I don't know.
Yeah. Yes, he was.
Yes, he is. He still is. No one ever does. Okay, so. Well, are you starting to itch yet, too? Or not yet?
My back is a little itchy. Yeah, actually. It feels good to itch.
It's a beginning spot. It can get way worse where like you're just itching all over, like you feel like you got head lice and body lice and everything else. You know that, right? So don't freak out. Just rub yourself down with coconut oil. Okay?
Okay.
That's part of the enlightenment process. So ears ringing.
My eye twitches a lot.
Well, I got a lot of anxiety right now in here. I got a lot of anxiety.
Oh, yeah. I'm very full of anxiety a lot of the time.
So this is normal as well.
Yeah.
Okay, that's still part of the same thing. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Are you feeling a little bit dingy lately?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's
sorry.
who I am.
Huh?
I'm always very silly and animated, and I goof off a lot.
That is so what that is, the ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. So I'm saying ding dong is you feeling a little on the ditzy side, like you're like, what'd you? I don't remember that. Whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So how you connect to a higher consciousness is you have to be able to clear your head. You have to be able to be in la la land. Like there ain't nothing in this fucking head of mine but air. Okay, buddy? And then his spirit can enter in and help people through you.
That clarity, that mind clarity is really hard. It's very noisy in my mind.
Well, that's ADHD like symptoms company, the enlightenment process. So your pineal gland decalcifies itself, and so your head gets busy and all kind of other shit, and it's part of the enlightenment process. So everything's got to find new synaptic pathways. Do you have missing time yet? Like you go out in the yard and then it's like, what the fuck?
No.
No, you don't have that yet? Well, be prepared for that. Especially going outside. Huh?
You know what happens all the time? I can think of, like, I know exactly what time it is without looking at the clock.
Oh, wow, it's weird. That's why I'm talking about that. That's weird. So it wasn't missing time. I thought it was missing time, but it was something about time. You know what time it is without looking at the clock.
I can, and I get it down to the minute every time.
Okay. What does that tell you?
That I'm in tune with what's going on.
You're going through the enlightenment process. So I get a yes with that. Watch, I'll say it again. I get all the goosebumps again. I like feeling that. She's going through the enlightenment process.
I'm excited. I want to help people.
That is exactly, you are a service to others. Yes, ma'am. That is a stronger connection to spirit. I get to help people all the time, and so do you. What is this? Well, apparently, do you have a lot of friends or something? What is this I'm drawing?
I have a lot of my patients that I see every day. I try to reach them and let them know that they're loved.
Are they in the nursing home or something? Are they locked up in the nursing home? What?
Sit with people who are locked up. I sit with suicidal patients at night.
So they're locked up. And they're okay. So that was weird. So I always draw this thing when it's like a prison, the top of a prison fits. So I knew that this was locked up, and there was a lot of soul. There was a lot of souls. So you sit with suicidal patients. So you need to know that there is a spiritual explanation for every single mental illness out there. You know that, right? Like schizophrenia is a Kundalini awakening gone bad. So you understand, if you understand a Kundalini awakening, you can kind of sort of understand them. Well, I'm going to say this because do you sit with those kind of people?
I do.
Wow.
I volunteer. I get paid to do that, but I like being with people in their hardest times.
So let me explain this to you. And you're going to have a, you definitely need to start the pen and the paper. Just scribble and let things happen, because you're able to do this as well, and you'll know where the person's at. He will tell you. You could be sitting there with your paper, you're sitting there with them and with your paper, and you'll be able to know whether they're in the high or the low with the pen and the paper.
Oh.
Yes, ma'am. And if you have difficulty at the beginning, you can let me know, and I will help you. I will not charge you for that. Let me know.
Okay, we'll have time together.
So, like, you could be like on the phone, like, tell me where this person's is at. His name is Carl. You know what I mean? And I can tell you that, and I can help you with that. And then you'll be able to do it yourself. You're going to do it with me. And that way you can judge whether they're at the high or the low. Let me just say this: schizophrenia. Let's say they're actually seeing what they're seeing. So schizophrenia, the explanation is a Kundalini awakening gone bad. So you need to understand a Kundalini awakening. They couldn't handle all the information given to them in this lifetime. Number one. Number two, let's say they're seeing angels and shit. They're seeing a higher dimension. Quantum physics says there's 12 dimensions occupying the same place at the same time. This is part of the problem with our medical science right now. I mean, if you ask me. So I got no medical knowledge. It's for entertainment purposes only. Anyway, they say there's 12 dimensions occupying the same space at the same time, and your consciousness is focused at level number 3. In other words, you're almost in the down under, because we know it's at 0 and you know it's at 12, correct? So let's say they're seeing angels and stuff. They're seeing a higher dimension, not level number 3. They're seeing level number 7 or 8 or something. Like, what the fuck is that? So now they're seeing spiders and snakes. They're seeing a lower level, something under the 3rd dimension. Now I can explain that as well, because like I was at my friend Sandra's house, and this is going to bring you such clarity. I was at my friend Sandra's house, and I had worked really hard that day. We're loading heavy shit, blah, blah, blah. Her dead brother kept me awake all night long fucking with my phone. would not let me listen to white noise and da 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 because there's something need to be done. Whatever. I get up and I'm like, God damn it. So I'm walking in the kitchen to get some water or whatever. And I'm like, I see this giant rat coming up out of the floor and going back in a circle. Weird because when I slept right above there in the bedroom upstairs above there, I thought there was rats up there too, but like the small ones. I thought that was cruising across the bed or something. She's checking. Oh, I got some rat poison out here. It's an old house of them in the country. I mean, that was a long time ago. But then I'm like, finally, Sandra gets up. I'm like, Jesus Christ, Sandra, thank God I'm hallucinating or something in here. I'm so fucking tired. And she's like, hallucinating? I was like, yeah, like. She goes, what'd you see? I said, like a giant rat rolling in and out of the floor right here. She goes, where exactly? I'm like, right here, right here. She goes, from there to where? I'm like, right here to here. She goes, oh my God, that's exactly where my aunt died.
Oh, wow.
This exact spot? And she said, wait, yes. I said, was she bad or something? She said, no, she was childlike. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, well, so something bad happened to her when she was younger? She said, yes. And she was childlike after that? Yes. Like some men or something? And yes. So say something bad happens to you in your lifetime. That's a negative energy. It can attach itself to you and stay with you through your lifetime. But when you shed your body, you detach from that. The good part of you goes on. And this negative energy that's been attached to you your entire life is trying to be reabsorbed into the ground. And it can represent like a freaking rat or a rodent or whatever, a snake, spiders, anything you're scared of. Like this girl, I read her at the local watering hole. And she said to me, I read her and she's like, okay, I always thought I was crazy. Let me try it. She goes, why do I see a giant rodent in a cage over there with a chain attached to your back? And I was like, oh, that's simple. I said, that's my negative energy. I like to keep it contained, but I drag it with me everywhere I freaking go. So the next time a schizophrenic person is talking to you, you might have a greater understanding of where they're coming from. Negative energy can represent as anything that you're scared of. A higher energy can represent as anything you feel that's higher than you, such as angels and things of that nature. Let's just say for a minute they're actually seeing into another dimension. We're third dimensional. They're seeing into the sixth dimension, or they're seeing into the first dimension, depending on how bad it is. Maybe it's just the second dimension. Let's just say, in quantum physics says there's 12 dimensions. Scientists, you know what I mean? That's going to really help you with your perspective, with your patience. Be like, and you could try to get out your pen and paper and, well, let me draw it for me. Let me see what it looks like. That'll help them as well. It'll be very therapeutic. Like, I get it. I see it too. I'm good. That's negative energy right there, buddy. Let's back up over here. Like, let's just breathe. Get rid of it. Let's just rise above it. You know what I mean? Let's just breathe and rise above the negative energy. I don't think you can get in trouble for that. I don't know, but you have to check, but whatever. So it is an actual thing. I'm just saying. So with, let's say bipolar, you experience that as well. So bipolar is, I'm in the here and now, right? I'm right here. They're in the higher place or the lower place. They're never in the here and now. That's why they're up or they're down.
Oh.
Makes sense. So there's a spiritual explanation for all those illnesses. ADHD.
I have bipolar disorder.
That's why we're talking about it. I had to start with the schizophrenia because there's a lot of people that are schizophrenic that need help. And then I went to bipolar. That's being here or here and never in the middle.
I need to get in the middle.
And they hear now. Well, if you want to, as long as you don't have to, as long as you understand it for what it is. It's like, oh, Jesus, I'm on my lower vibration right now. Shit. Go outside, rub your feet on the grass if you can. Rub your feet like a bull. And breathe in through your nose, hold your breath for 4 seconds, breathe out through your mouth. breathing techniques. If you want to get rid of the lower part of your personality, that's how you do it. Breathing and rubbing your feet in the grass, breathing correctly, breath work. Take a yoga class, take a meditation class, learn the breath work. I don't really know the breath work. I only know like breathing in through your nose, hold your breath for 4 seconds and breathing out. But there are a lot of other techniques there that you could learn that will help you.
Memory that you'd like to share with me that I might remember?
Yours is so far in between. I mean, your bipolar is very far in between. You're not like. It make me draw it really big. It's not that bad. It's very minor compared to other people with bipolar. Yours is very minor.
I took for bipolar, depression, and anxiety.
Well, so part of that is you feel other people's energies.
Oh yeah,
So
big time.
so I wear this shit right here so that I don't get negative energy stuck on me. You know what I mean? I wear a black obsidian and black tourmaline. You can buy them anywhere. I sell them for $10, shipping including, but whatever. So I part of that is negative energy is like getting dog shit stuck on the bottom of your tennis shoe. It gets stuck to you. You know what I mean? It's hard to get off your shoe once you get it on there. But if you don't step in it at all, there's a good plan. You can be like a solid soul. A solid soul. Wow, that's pretty good. That's impressive. Solid soul to where it can't get stuck in the cracks. This helps with that. Never let anybody touch it. If you have a husband or something, turn around backwards when you're doing the thing, or take it off or whatever, and then turn it back around. Don't let anybody touch it. It's personal. So do you get like somewhat lightheaded or something, or like?
Oh yeah.
You get lightheaded. What did the doctor say about that?
It's usually electrolytes. I'm not drinking enough.
That's what the doctor said?
Yeah. What are you thinking about?
Hold on. I mean, I drew it, so I knew that you got lightheaded. So I think that that's what the doctor said, but I think that's part of the spiritual awakening process for you. I can get like that, and it has something to do with the energy that you're connecting to. So you're connecting to people and you don't know it, and you're in the la zone, and that can happen, and you don't know it. And I mean, I can actually I feel like I'm floating and shit like that sometimes. Yeah. I'm tripping. You know what I mean? So
you know what, Terry? I've noticed a personality, like an energy shift in you while we started talking. It seems like you're a little low, like a little depressed.
Yeah. Like me?
Yeah.
I got a lot of stress on me right now. So it's a thing. I got a lot of stress on me. So you are correct. I got a shipment coming in. I got to clean stuff. I don't like to clean. That's really hard for me to throw things away and stuff, you know. I got the severe ADHD, so it's hard for me. And I'm in the vintage textile business. I got to throw stuff away. That's hard for me to throw away stuff that's good.
It is hard to throw away stuff that's good because
that I can make money off of. This is how I make a living, though. So it's a double whammy. So for me, but that is true. You know what I mean? It is not that I'm depressed. It's I'm struggling with it.
Yeah.
So that's a difference. I'm struggling. So are you religious or something?
I used to be. I believe in a higher power and source, but I don't believe in Jesus.
Correct. That is correct. The work of fiction is a channel. He could have been here, but he's simply a channel. So, what was your loved one's name that passed away? Wait a minute. The one that came through your uncle.
My Uncle Paul and my Uncle Mark.
Mark.
He used to draw. He was a really good drawer. He was an artist. He loved me very much.
There's somebody else here. They wrote really, really tiny. They would write really.
I don't know. My uncle killed himself, or he might have been murdered.
We can't talk about that. We have to use our TikTok words. So, okay, that's okay. So, your uncle. You don't know which one happened. Your Uncle Mark.
We don't know what happened to Uncle Mark. You'll have to get your sage out for that, babe.
It wasn't. It was him.
Yeah.
It was him. It wasn't anybody. It wasn't external. It was internal. He is.
He had a lot of.
You know what?
He had a lot of demons. A lot of things that really aided him.
He's your guide. He is very, very close to you.
Yes.
So you need to remember that is one. He's very, very close to you. But there's somebody else here, I think, that wrote really tiny. He wrote really small.
It's a feminine energy.
Well, give me a
Mary?
name. Mary?
Yeah, my great grandma.
She wrote real small. Does that look?
Yeah, it does look like hers. Yeah, that's my great grandma, Isabel.
Okay, so she is also with you. She's also with you. She is you need to understand you're not sick physically. This is that must be very hard for you because you're sitting with people and you're taking on their energy. It's affecting you mentally.
Yeah.
You need a sage before you go. You put some sage in your freaking car. And sage when you leave. It's a placebo effect, by the way. But you need on lower level energies. You're taking on their energies. The other people's energies.
Yeah.
Well, we will see. Can we build it? A fence. A fence. Psychologically, you build a white fence, not a grid fence. We wanted a solid wall fence, solid white wall around you to protect you from other people's energies, because they just kind of drag you down and stuff. So Mary. You seem to be healthy. Some little stuff, it doesn't even freaking matter. It's not like you got a big problems or anything physically.
That's good to hear. It's just my awakening with making things a little screwy.
Seems like this shit goes to your throat or something. You like, because you can't speak your mind. Like when you think it, you can't say it.
I have so many words. My throat chakra is usually very blocked.
Well,
And my heart.
no, your heart, all you got to do is think it and you can permeate it out from your heart. So all you got to do is release that and let it flow. But your throat, apparently, you're at work or whatever, you can't say what you think all the time. Like, I said too. You know what I mean? Can't do it. One thing you could practice on, like especially with a schizophrenic patient, is look down and put your hands down and kind of look with your peripheral vision. You look with your peripheral vision. So you're looking down or looking straight ahead and looking way over here and see, can't you recognize something so that you can relate to the person you're talking to?
Yes.
Use your peripheral vision and you'll be able to somewhat sense, if you're focused, you'll be able to somewhat sense that they are seeing what they're seeing. Let's just assume for a minute they're seeing what they're seeing. At a higher consciousness, there's angels. At a lower, there's rodents and snakes and spiders and stuff like that shit. The devil, whatever it is. They're actually seeing that. Let's just say for a minute, they are seeing higher and lower levels. And you focus with your peripheral vision, you can get a sense of that. And you'll be able to man, I get it. You'll be able to relate to the person better. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to admit it in front of anybody else, but you're with them or alone and you're like, I get it.
I do get it. It's very real. It's their reality.
True.
It's
true. I've seen the rodent. My friend Sandra's, you know what I mean? I can also see dark energies as a darkness. I've also had sleep paralysis where only once, where I was attacked while I was sleeping. These things are real, but we don't understand them. We're in the third dimension. There is a vibrational frequency. So if a vibrational frequency can, the chakra tones, these people, if you play the chakra tones, 7 main chakras, all the time, they will greatly benefit from that because it will focus their energy in the here and now instead of at the high above or the down below. The solar plexus chakra tone particularly helps you focus. But they would need to listen to all of them, but then focus on more so on the solar plexus chakra tone. You can just be playing that in the background when you're around them. They will greatly benefit from that because it's mind, body, soul coherence. So the way your brain works, what you've been taught, your physical body, and then your soul. There's 3 parts to you, the Holy Trinity, right? So science doesn't take into account the soul. And it is part of it, not our science, maybe over in China and shit, but not here. That is part of the healing process. If they listen to it, like I had severe ADHD, I couldn't talk, I couldn't drive. They said I'd never get better with the severity of my illness at my age, and yet I did. I ate moringa, which is called the miracle tree, because there's something about the vitamins of your body. The vitamins didn't work, but the moringa did. And it has calcium, iron, zinc, folic acid, magnesium, all that shit in it. Everything but fish oil. Okay? So eat the moringa and listen to your chakra tones. And these will help people that have schizophrenia, people that are bipolar, all of you. Anyone that has ADHD. I mean, I couldn't figure out. Here's a good example for you. Maybe you know somebody that'll do a study or something. I don't know, but I play pool, right? And I played in a pool league, and I was a skill level 4, meaning I could shoot 4 balls in without missing. And this
Wow.
military guy saw me and I got the ADHD and stuff. He goes, you need to listen to your chakra tones, listen to your solar plexus chakra tones. So I started listening to it. I listened to this, put the earphones in, don't look at anybody. Listen to the solar plexus chakra tone. I can shoot 8 balls in. 8 balls. Not 4, 8. I don't listen to it. I'm 4 balls. I listen to it. 8 balls, 8 balls, 8 balls, 8 balls. What the fuck is that? Explain that to me.
That's otherworldly stuff right there.
Well, explain that to me. But ADHD, dementia, all kinds of stuff begins in your gut. So this is your gut chakra. I'm at the doctor's. I'm like, why does a tone make me focus better than all them? I mean, they have me at double an adult dose for ADHD, 60 milligrams a day.
You were vibrating away.
Well, but I couldn't talk. I couldn't drive. I couldn't find my doctor's office. I would go into 20 years. It's one street. I got lost. I couldn't read a map. Couldn't talk. I couldn't remember a doctor's. I mean, it was bad. And, I'm explaining that shit to me. So I started listening to my chakra tones. And then this is what happened to me. Schizophrenia is a Kundalini awakening gone bad. You're going to help a whole lot of people. You just didn't have this knowledge, but now you have it. You yourself, you're absorbing other people's energies. And you're going through an awakening. So you can't take on their energy. Understand it before you go in. Like, okay, I'm not taking on anybody's energy. And here's how you test yourself. So when you start feeling heavy, like stand up and walk across the room, like, God damn, Jesus, I'm like laboring just to walk or whatever. You know what I mean? Pay attention to your body. Your body will tell you when you're taking on somebody else's energy. I mean, like, shit. Why am I so sore all of a sudden? Whatever it is, pay attention. Move around and pay attention to your movements. Like, my neck's stiff. I'm feeling a little stiffy. So when you do that, step away, go in the restroom, whatever. I release those energies that no longer belong to me. This is what you need to do. And you have to think, I release those energies that no longer belong to me. You say it. You can mouth the words, whatever. You're in the bathroom. You don't want anybody to hear you. And release it. And that's going to help you a whole lot. This is just an awakening. I don't. Did you hurt your foot or something too? Your ankle or something?
My ankle has been hurting a little bit on my left side.
Yeah, I feel it. They mentioned that earlier. So this is confirmation for you.
Oh, I know that you know.
I think you stepped wrong and like popped it out like that or something. You know what I mean? So just stretch it forward and rotate it around to the inside and then outside, and you just you just stretched out a little muscle and they're not bad, but it's not a big deal. Okay, so just rotate your foot this way, rotate it that way, stretch it forward all the way, point it like a ballerina, then bring it up like that, all the way as much as you can. You know what I mean? So it's not a big deal with your ankle, but is there
you are fantastic. We went over our 30 minutes, but I'm so grateful.
I know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You got to do what you got to do because I get to help you and you get to help all the other people. You know what I mean?
Help you.
I help you and you help all these other people. You got a lot of was this your was this Mary that was religious?
Yes, very much.
That's why I drew the crosses first and then she came through.
Yes.
She was religious, so she understands a lot more now than she did when she was living. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I do the crosses next, and then I was like, wait a minute, and then that's when she came through. So I'm gonna let you take a screenshot of this, and I will let you go. And when you have questions, spiritual questions are always free, okay?
Thank you so much.
You are very welcome. You're very welcome. Chakra tones, pure tone, man, pure tone. Or you can listen to subliminal while you're sleeping. You know what? Like seriously, I listen to like a lot of those people. Oh, Yvonne, with the money gun. Brrr. A lot of the people that you're with, they can listen to like white noise. Like I got the ADHD. I got to listen to white noise while I'm sleeping, but I listen to white noise with subliminal messages. So I can listen to white noise. I am worthy. White noise. There's stuff you can listen to. You wake up, you're like, especially if they're in the down low on the depression or whatever, or even you with being bipolar, and like you feel yourself going there. So you listen to the happy shit. Like there's subliminal happy shit you can listen to while you're sleeping, and you wake up, you're like, I'll take whatever she's got. I'm like, I listened to subliminal shit last night while I was sleeping. I woke up like this, baby. I mean, it'll flip you right back out of the down low. Program your mind. There's subliminal on YT. Listen to it. White noise, brown noise, subliminal, and like look through all your options. And whatever it is that you're having a problem with, you listen to it. And the patience as well. You can play those chakra tones on the background real low or whatever, music covering up. They won't even know they're listening to it, and they'll be all happy all of a sudden. What the fuck is that? Your brain is a program. Program it. You know what I mean? You're very welcome. You be looking that shit up. It's on the YT. Look up all kinds of white noise, brown noise, subliminal.
I will.
I am worthy, especially with a manic depressive or something like that. I am worthy. This is what they need to listen to every single night. I am worthy. A manic depressive, I am worthy. Okay? And you're very welcome. You're very welcome. I'll see you. I'll talk to you next time.
You will.
All right. Bye, Rachel. All right. Oh, Rachel. I don't know if you want to take a picture. Let me turn it around for you. So we got that one. And then I got this one. That's the bipolar. You're not that bad. And I got Carmen next. And Bonnie with the money gun. And I got Carmen. Hi, Graylin Kelly. How are you? I'm on 2 apps. I'm on TikTok and on the YT at the same time. I'm a medical intuitive and a medium. I can write in dead people's handwriting. It's because they're not really dead. Nobody ever dies. That's a fictional shit right there. No one ever dies. That's a bunch of bullshit. It says you never die in the Bible. You never die. I'm not a Bible thumper or anything, but you never die. I got Carmen. Yvonne, and with the money gun. We doing a general for you, Yvonne? Did you see my giant crystal I brought in? It's like way bigger than my head. It's a crystal. It's so pretty. It's huge. It weighs, it's very heavy. Anyway, I love my giant crystal. Well, you know, like the book of Enoch, if you ever listened to it, the dude is cruising around in a crystalline ship describing different parts of the planet Earth accurately and other worlds and portals and stuff like that 300 years BC before Christ. So I don't know where Carmen went. Nora, if you want to subscribe again, if anybody wants to subscribe, you have to do it from the TikTok.com place. You can't do it here. You have to go to TikTok.com to do it. Karma. Okay, karma. Yvonne, you want me? I got karma for a read, and then I got Yvonne. Does anybody else want to get on the list? You can be after karma. You're under attack with bad thing happening. Turmeric 565. What is bad? Sage already. Sage. When you sage, I want you to say, any and all lower level energies need to leave this space at once. Any holes to lower level dimensions are now closed. I only allow good positive energies around me or in my space. Sage. If you don't have sage, like you can go buy some sage at the store or something. In the Mexican section, they got like little sage leaves. Use those. Sage. Claim your space. Still got my head in the clouds from the last read. I'm hanging on a minute, Karma. A lot of energy with that last read because she works with mentally disabled people, supposedly. They're not really mentally disabled if you ask me, but they're more like they're just in alignment with where they are. It's a giant crystal. It's a small crystal. I got another one down here. I got a great big one. Isn't it pretty? I'm not playing music. If I play music, then my stuff will show up. You can't look at it later. That suck. All right, Karma. Okay, I can't invite you. Settings. You have to allow me to, I don't know, you can go down to where it says guess and invite me. You've got yours set to private, Karma. I can't invite you to the feed. I don't know if I might have turned it off. I was trying to fix my TikTok. Go live with guests. For more guests, allow requests from viewers. Okay. 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 So now you can go down to where it says guest, Karma, and you can find me and invite me. Good angels. Did it freeze or something? TikTok. Refresh. No? Okay. Share out the live, you guys. We're doing readings over here. You want to watch one? Jump in my room. I'm waiting for Karma to invite me so she can jump on the feed so I can talk to her and do her reading. That's what I'm waiting for. Karma, go where it says guess down there on your phone and invite me. Oh, you changed it? Okay. There we go. Hi, how are you?
Hi, good.
Do you like scribble your name or something? Like do you get all? Who is this? The scribbler. It's not you. It's one of your loved ones that passed away.
Recently, or?
No. Hang on a minute. What kind of reading are we doing today for you?
I wanted to do medical, really.
A medical. Okay, so.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you at first because my volume was low.
Oh, that's
you
okay.
You said it was somebody who passed away?
Yeah, I was asking, do you just kind of scribble your name real quick, or do you actually, are you a scribbler when you write your name?
Yeah, sometimes.
Because like I was trying to write your name and I was like, and I'm like, it turned into a scribble and I was like, wait a minute, is that you? I'm trying to connect to you, so.
My Wi-Fi. Yeah, normally I just write like the first letter, the C, and then the rest of it I just kind of scribble it.
Yeah, okay. I got you. Okay.
It's like I think you're not supposed to read my signature.
Well, that's just how I connect. So your muscles twitching or something? Are your muscles twitching? Twitching?
Yes.
Okay.
Apparently I was told I had low calcium.
Well, usually that's caused by water. I have no medical knowledge. I do this for entertainment purposes only. I got to do that for my disclosure, okay? I'm a psychic, not a doctor. Seek medical attention. Okay, there's my disclosure. So So your doctor said you had low calcium.
Yes.
You know, you can eat moringa. It has a bunch of calcium in it. Or you can take pills. Moringa's cheaper.
So honestly, tomorrow in the morning I have to go and get a calcium infusion since they said my calcium was too low.
Wow. Wow, that's some serious shit right there.
And when they say it's like too low, I do get like muscle spasms in like my sides and like all over my torso.
How's your water?
Oh, yeah.
I want to talk about your water.
My water?
Yeah. Are you drinking the right amount of water with no caffeine?
I drink a lot of water. Like I have
drink
like
caffeine?
this.
You drink caffeine?
No, not really. I stopped drinking. I used to love me some Coke, and I had to drink at least a Coke a day. And I really stopped that, and now it's like at least once a week. But I really stopped on the Coke because it was making me sick, like to the point I was throwing up whenever I drank Coke. So
how much water?
I opted for like drinking Lipton tea or water, like clear fluids, clear liquids.
How much water do you drink a day? Do you drink the right amount of water a day?
Honestly, sometimes I think I drink more than what I'm supposed to.
And my mouth is starting to get dry. My mouth is starting to get dry. So I want to ask about. Hold on. What kind of salt do you use? Do you not
like salt, regular table salt?
You need sea salt.
I've been told that. My cousin told me that
that's
like
fine.
Table salt is like really bad for you.
Well, you need sea salt. So let me explain this from a different aspect. So sea salt. I'll watch this thing with Dr. Barbara O'Neill. This is the story I'm supposed to tell. Whenever I tell a story, it pertains to the person I'm talking to. And she said you need a little pinch of sea salt with your water. The good sea salt, not the cheap sea salt, the good stuff, because you never know where the other stuff comes from, so that your body can absorb water at the cellular level. And you need the little pinch just a teeny little bit in your water, and then you absorb it correctly, because you're not absorbing, because my mouth got all dry. I'm talking to you. As soon as I started talking to you, my mouth it dried up. And I know that you're not absorbing your water correctly.
Like, my mouth does that like at nighttime. Yeah. It's like at nighttime, like around now, is when I really get really thirsty. Yeah. And I could drink this 36 ounces of ice cold water in less than 5 minutes, and I'll be wanting more.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel it.
I keep like a Jedi cup like next to my bed. So because I'm constantly waking up at night drinking water.
Yeah. So you need a little bit of a sea salt. You need to drink a Gatorade every day, or a Powerade or something every day. Okay. Gatorade, Powerade, get the electrolytes that way. And also sea salt. Sea salt. A little pinch of sea salt. You put it in your water. You won't even know what's in there or whatever. As long as you ain't got it, as long as the doctor says it's okay, whatever. Always check with your doctor. But I feel it. I'm like dry like a bone, man. Shit. You're doing it too now. Yep. So
my tongue is the one that's dry right now.
Yeah, I can feel it.
Like towards the back.
Yeah. Yeah, you need the sea salt. So you're not absorbing water at the cellular level, like Dr. Barbara O'Neill talks about. And when that happens, your internal organs are affected. You get the cramps all over, whatever. And I talked to another person one time that had those. They get like muscle spasms in their sides and their whatever. I know this. I know when I'm dehydrated and I go in there and I drink a little bit of pickle juice.
No, thank you.
I know, but it makes
me and pickles don't get along.
I know. Well, no.
Now we're talking cucumbers. Yeah, cucumbers I do, but pickles, no.
No, I just drink the pickle juice, a shot of pickle juice, and it makes me not get cramps when I'm dehydrated.
Well, I think that's like a funny
cure fix.
The only way I'm gonna eat pickles is like on a chicken sandwich from Sonic.
We don't want you to eat the pickles. I'm talking about the pickle juice.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no. She's like, no way.
I barely eat pickles now. The juice, no, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So then the sea salt. Make sure you have a little sea salt. The sea salt. We got a water problem. Okay, that's why I'm saying it. We got a water problem. So I am you. You are me right now. We got a water problem.
Sorry.
That's okay. So.
Oh, there's more to it. There's hell of a lot.
I know. I'm going. Yeah. This is where I'm starting. So the internal problems with your organs are related to your water absorption. By the way. So it's all a ricochet of the one problem.
Yeah, and I can tell you where that's coming from.
Yeah, but the internal issues. We got kidneys. We got multiple problems here surfacing. They're all related to the water. The water is the cause. Not able to absorb the water is the cause. Okay.
Well, you just said my biggest problem is the kidneys.
Yeah, that's the water.
Yeah, I got diagnosed with CKD, chronic kidney disease.
Okay, so it's the
2
water.
years ago.
Well, I don't know if the organ itself is damaged.
Well, that's what the doctor said.
Well, I mean, he said it was damaged.
Yeah, he said I had to be on dialysis for it.
You need the water. You need the water now. You need the sea salt. You need to absorb the water correctly. It's the result. That is a direct result of the internal issue. Is a direct result of your body not absorbing the water correctly. The kidneys. That was the problem. It just wasn't. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I can heal. I don't know. I don't think it can. We'll. No. Hold on. Focus. You're freaking out because I got that, didn't you? You're freaking out a little bit. Relax. Relax. I can't believe you just got that. What are they gonna do with your kidneys? What did the doctor said they're gonna do? The doctor.
Then I need a transplant.
Oh God.
I'm currently on dialysis.
Really?
I've been on it for 2 years.
So, but they didn't know about the water.
See, if I would have never been, well, I can't blame it on that because I didn't even know to begin with. And then at the same time, I wouldn't say it never happened because I was waiting for this to happen for so long, and now it can't happen again. But if I would have never got pregnant and had to end up in the hospital, I probably would have never ended up on dialysis. And then again, I blame that pregnancy because I understand and realize that I was full of shit that day. They told me I had a lot of health problems that don't even exist anymore. And just out the blue, I had my baby. The next day, they started me on dialysis because, if you don't start it today, you're going to die.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it wasn't that. And I'm pretty sure I could have got out of it. But they didn't even give me a chance to do it.
So, Hold on a minute. They didn't give you a chance to recuperate from the pregnancy and put you straight on the dialysis or whatever. Boy, this is hitting home. My son and his woman are pregnant right now. The way this is hitting home. Okay. So they didn't give your body a chance to restart up. And you thought your body would restart.
I mean, that same day, because I was panicking because, like I said, I didn't know I was pregnant. I never felt the baby move or anything.
You didn't know you was pregnant?
No, I didn't. I went 7.5 months.
Is the baby okay?
Pregnant without knowing.
Is the baby okay?
No, yeah, he was born alive, and he was okay. And, it was to the point I knew my kidneys were going bad because I had COVID, like, right before I had got pregnant. And I had went to the hospital, and the doctor said, well, you're going to end up on dialysis because of COVID. And I was like, well, it's not going to be today. And I left out the hospital, and, I wasn't like, oh, yeah, I'm going to go home.
I didn't know COVID could cause that shit, really?
Yeah. And so I went home, and I guess within that time, the doctor told me, oh, you're going to, he said, well, you're going to start experiencing the loss of your period. And he was giving me a lot of pregnancy symptoms. And he said, all of this is related to your kidneys. And I was like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. I wasn't really minding him or paying attention to what he was saying. Yes. I just know he told me, oh, you're going to be peeing frequently, and you're going to start gaining weight, and you're going to feel bloated. And as he said, I started feeling all of that. But then again, those are pregnancy symptoms as well. Yeah. So I got home, and I started gaining weight. The thing is, I never listened to my mom. My mom told me, I think you're pregnant. And I was like, nah, that's never going to happen. Because I could never have kids. I could never get pregnant. And I was like, nah, that's never going to happen. You're full of shit. And she told me, no, I really think you are. And I was like, okay, whatever.
Turns out you were pregnant.
Yeah. Eventually, I have a stepson. He was like, Mama, I think you're going to have twin puppies. I'm like, yep, if anybody asks, I'm having twin puppies. So funny thing.
Hey, I'm just gaining weight. Thank you. I'm cooking.
Yeah, the day before my birthday, June the 4th, my husband wanted some KFC. And the lady at the drive-thru, she had an attitude, and I didn't want to eat the food because I was like, this food got her attitude, and I just don't want it. Yeah,
she might spit in it or something.
I wasn't thinking that. I just feel like the bad vibes get on stuff. And I was like, okay, no, I'm not eating. And, oh my God, here he comes. Uh-oh. And I was like, and I was like, okay, so I ate, I guess it was like a biscuit, and that was it. I didn't eat nothing else. And next thing you know, I'm in the bathroom throwing up. I was like, nope, that biscuit, no thank you. And my stepson was like, what, Mama, you going to have your baby now? I'm like,
oh my God. You're like, I'm not even fucking pregnant, buddy. He knew.
I stood in the middle of the hallway, and I was like, yes, I'm about to go have my baby now. Funny thing is, I had to pee really bad, and I could not pee. I could not pee, and I could not pee.
He knew. That's the greatest story ever.
I stood in the bathroom, on top of, the toilet, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to stay here till I pee. Eventually, it's going to come out.
Oh, my God.
I guess my water busted, and...
Oh, my God, you thought it was pee.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, finally, I peed. I felt so relieved. And, I wiped, and I walked to the room, and I was talking to my husband. And I was like, you know what? Hold that thought. Now I got to go to the bathroom.
Oh, my God. No. Oh, my God.
Yes. And so the second time I went to the bathroom, my stepson was again in the kitchen, and he was like I have to go through the kitchen.
How old is his stepson at this point?
He was about 10.
Wow. Interesting.
And he was on his Chromebook playing a game, and he was like, "So are you having your baby now?" I was
my God.
I'm like, yes. And I was like, "Leave me alone." "Yes, I'm having my baby now. Leave me alone." And I walked in the bathroom. He was like, "Are you gonna make it?" I'm like, "I don't know." I'm like, "Mind your business."
Oh my God.
I went in the bathroom and I thought I had to use it.
Yeah.
And I'm pushing.
Oh, you're pushing.
I'm like, okay. I'm like, this poop is stuck.
Oh my God.
And next thing you know, I popped something out. I mean, like, you just heard a pop. And I was like, what is that?
My God.
And like, I lifted off the toilet and I was like, okay, I have something hanging. I started screaming. And my stepson said, what? I'm like, call your daddy, tell your daddy, come over here. So he comes to the door, and I was like, come in and close the door. And I was like, I have something hanging. I think I popped out my kidney. And he was like, why you never tell me you were pregnant? I'm like, so it's not my kidney?
Oh my God.
Like, why would you be thinking it's your kidney? I'm like, so it's not my kidney. And I'm like really stuck on that. And he was like really mad. He was like, why you never tell me you was pregnant? I'm like, I would have told you if I would have known. I didn't even know. Oh, so I'm pulling this whole baby out and like pulling everything out with it. And he just brought towels and stuff. And like, I just started cleaning them up and he started crying. And
oh my God.
I wrapped him up in the towel and I was like, okay, I'm just going to change this bloody clothes and get a pad on and we're going straight to the hospital. I mean, it didn't even take me like 3 minutes to do all of that.
Ambulance?
No.
You just had a baby in the bathroom. Oh my God. We're going to have to add some time on this motherfucker. Let's add some time on it. We even know we're done. Okay, we got plenty of time. It's fine.
We rushed to the hospital. It's like 10 minutes away from the house. And I got to the hospital and I was like, I need to see a doctor like now. I just had a baby and we need to get checked. They're like, how do you know you had a baby? I'm like, because he's right here. I'm holding him. Don't you see him? And like, ma'am, you have to wait like everybody else. I'm like, I cannot wait. I'm like, I don't know if my baby's okay. I don't know what's going on. And then
I didn't even know I was pregnant, honey. Well, what the fuck?
Yeah. So we get triaged and she's like, oh, your baby's dead. That's just your nerves. I'm like, how is my baby dead? And he's moving and you're telling me it's my nerves. And like they all kept saying that. And this was around 11 o'clock at night. By 3 o'clock in the morning, they come in and they say, oh, your baby just passed away. We're sorry. They never checked him.
Oh, God, Lord.
They just had him. You know them little tables they sit, they have the warmers?
Yeah.
They just set him on one of those. They never paid attention to him because they were steady asking me questions. And I keep getting told to sue the hospital for it.
No. Well, yeah, they failed to give you proper medical attention for the child. So you can do that. I mean, I don't have any legal knowledge, but I would say they failed to render aid in an emergency situation. I would think that it would be a yes.
And anyway, right after that, I have the baby and they were like, oh, you have to be, we're going to take you up to the maternity floor and you have to stay here for the next couple of days. And I was like, okay. So the next day in the morning, the kidney doctor shows up and he was like, yeah, we have to start you on dialysis because your kidneys are really bad. I'm like, shit you not. They probably are. I'm like, I just had a baby and I didn't even know I was pregnant the whole time. And then so next thing you know, a heart doctor come in saying, oh, I'm sorry to tell you and inform you that you have heart failure. I'm like, oh, I do? I'm like, I wonder why. And then they were like, oh, and this panic attack you had last night, that's not good for your heart. Oh, you telling me that now? I'm like, what about all the stuff y'all did that y'all didn't check on my baby or nothing? I'm like, that's not right either. And I'm not complaining right now.
At? What state you live in?
In Arkansas.
I live in Texas. So I'm never getting sick in Arkansas. Fuck that shit.
No, don't come.
Drive me to Missouri or something.
Don't ever come to Pine Bluff, Arkansas.
Oh, I know where that's at. Poplar Bluff is right over the border. When I was 18, I was legal over in Poplar Bluff. I wasn't over here. One of my cousins owned a factory. It was that can. It's kind of like the red cans, and it's a thing that you can't mention here on TikTok. Right there, his name was Mark. His name is Mark Bells. He owned a place that produced a drink. It was in a red and white can. Started with a B. They owned that. One of my cousins owned that in Poplar Bluff. I'm from there, so I understand Poplar Bluff. I mean, a bunch of hicks out there. That's fucked up, man. That's so fucked up. It's the most fucked up story ever, man.
Mm-hmm.
So they said you had a heart failure and kidney failure.
Yep, that day. Now, the heart failure, I went back like 6 months later because they have to check me every certain time. And they were like, oh, well, your heart got better because they had me on some pills. The truth is, I just told them I did take the pills, but I never did. I'm sorry, I'll be lying about taking pills. Okay, it's like I'll take them when I need, when it's necessary.
You can't do that with medications. You know that, right? You can't do that. You got to take them or don't take them. It's your choice. It's your journey.
The thing is, I could take them, and then my body will automatically reject them. Like, I could be taking them for 3-4 days, and then I will automatically throw them up.
Yeah. So, well, I'm going to go back to your water. Like, I see the cause of the illness, the problem with your kidneys, the problem with your internal, or if you are dehydrated, let's talk about external. I'm going to just talk about that. So if you're dehydrated, you get cramps in your muscles, your skin gets all dry and stuff, your face looks all flaky, everything flaky if you're dehydrated. Like alcoholics and stuff, they get very flaky skin.
Yeah, I get like really dry skin.
Okay, so this is external. Internally, it affects your organs in the same way. Your body is whatever, 70-80% water or whatever. So if it doesn't have enough water, your internal organs suffer the same way your external organs do. Your skin is an external organ. So I'm going to go back to the original, which is you don't absorb water correctly. No doctor's ever talked to you about your dry mouth, and they don't understand that. Because they don't understand that. Well, they don't see things that I see. I see farther than a doctor does. Okay, I have no medical knowledge, but I'm going to say your internal organs are dehydrated the same way the external is. Externally, to heal your skin and the itching and the flaky skin and stuff, you can rub coconut oil on there. You'll feel so much better. Look, your hair will be all shiny and shit. You can put it in your hair. It's great for your hair, your skin, all that stuff. And it's full of natural antioxidants and stuff like that. Cook with coconut oil. It's good for you. So use it for cooking. And start with the sea salt. Look up Dr. Barbara O'Neill and see what she has to say about dehydration and what happens to the body and the internal organs and the external. And see what she says, and she'll tell you what I'm telling you right now. I mean, it affects you in more ways than one. That is, I see the cause of the illness. So the cause of the kidneys and the heart. I hadn't gone that far. I do feel like it's a tightness. It feels like somebody like pancaking that bitch together or something. It's weird. It's a very weird feeling.
Like somebody's ripping me apart.
I feel the pancake. You feel like they're ripping it apart. I feel, okay. Well, so that is a dehydration. Some of that is related to dehydration. So let's go look at your heart. We're going for the heart. So do you have like one valve that doesn't work correctly in your heart? One valve. And the rest is suffering as a result. What is it? Is that like, did they say congestive heart failure? Is that what they said?
Yeah.
Okay. That's why I'm coughing. Girl, shit.
I know that feeling.
Oh no, I feel what you feel, baby. I'm on my channel, so somewhat. I just feel a little bit of it. That sucks.
Well, that's a good thing. You can't feel it all.
No, I don't. I just feel a piece of it. Breathe with me. Breathe in through your nose. Hold your breath for 4 seconds. Breathe out through your mouth. At a higher vibration, you are no longer sick. You realize this, right? So breathe in. Do you feel like a hand on you or something right now? Because that's why I see it in my freaking head. It's weird. Close your eyes.
I kind of feel pressure in my head. That's what I feel.
I feel that. That's your vibration. Keep going.
And I'm kind of getting the chills, like on my shoulders.
That's a good thing. That's your guides stepping forward to help you. Just allow. Allow is the word. Allow it. Allow. Allow your guides to help you. How about like under the arms? The armpit. You feel something? You get hot down there or something right now?
Like it's hot right here in my house. I'm like sitting across the room from a fan.
Seems like a lot of people gathered around you.
Uh-oh.
Don't uh-oh. No one ever dies. Death doesn't happen. It says in the Bible nobody ever dies. Okay? Death is not real. It's not real. You evolve, you never die. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Seems like, but it's like whatever this is, it doesn't. They don't have feet. Already. They don't got feet. I don't know what it is. I don't know. It's really weird. It should kind of like the top half and like no feet. What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
I don't know. My mom was an amputee.
Oh, your mom was an amputee, so she's no feet. Okay, so that's your mom. Your mom's stepping forward.
Ooh.
I mean, how do I know like the no feet? I was like showing like the top half and then like no feet, like a swirl at the bottom. Like there's no feet. What the fuck is that? So that's your mom. Your mom was an amputee. So your mom had a similar problem. You understand this?
Yes, exactly the same problems.
Well, it all goes back. She didn't absorb her water very well either, and just like you don't, which is the root of the problem. I see the cause of the illness.
Honestly, I want to know her cause of death.
She didn't really die. Death doesn't happen. Nobody ever dies. It's not real. She didn't die. She's right there. I saw her. She ain't got no fucking feet. Just say it. She ain't got no feet. How do I know that? I mean, I don't know you. So, you know, essentially, they said organ failure. One after the other. Boom, 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 boom.
No, I doubt that.
I know.
I mean, you could be you could be telling the truth, but I'm gonna tell you why I doubt that, because I think it was provoked.
Oh.
I believe her cause of death was provoked. Okay, so here comes the thing. Yeah. She had just had a surgery to get her leg amputated. And she came out the surgery, she was fine. And she had to go into dialysis. She was doing hemodialysis. She went there, and I'm telling you, she had just got out of surgery, so she was in pain. And they already had her on a morphine drip. And she had heart failure. That's a no-no. Oh. Because morphine and heart failure, they want you to have a cardiac arrest and die.
Wow.
Okay, so that's one thing. They had her on a morphine drip every 4 hours. On top of that, she went to dialysis. Dialysis is 4 hours as well. And while she was down in dialysis, they gave her Dilaudid. Dilaudid is...
Oh, my God.
You know, it's about 7 times stronger than morphine.
Yeah.
She came back to her room. She was fine. This was around 8 o'clock at night. Tell me why by 4 o'clock in the morning she passed. She had a cardiac arrest.
Oh, wow.
And there is no record of what time she was found unconscious. They just said around 4 o'clock in the morning. They didn't specify a time or anything or when the last time they checked on her. She ended up in ICU. And to my medical knowledge, it was long enough for the oxygen not to come up to her brain. And
so you see the external. They
eventually told us that she had no brain activity.
You see
so we had to take her off the life support.
You see the external, the end effect. I see the cause. There's a difference. There's two different aspects. So I'm looking at one thing and you're looking at the other. But you know what I mean? But And why did she have to have her foot amputated?
Because she had an infection on her foot.
That wouldn't go away.
And her skin was peeling off of it. And they said it wasn't to her bone yet, but it would eventually catch onto her bone. So they went ahead and amputated.
Oh my God. Arkansas, right? Arkansas. Yvonne lives in Arkansas. Would hydrogenated water adds oxygen to your blood? Yvonne said hydrogenated water adds oxygen to your blood. 50K, Tina. I don't know what hydrogenated water is. I got one of those things that puts hydrogenated water. Whatever, try it. Fuck it.
My brother said if it don't kill you, it makes you stronger.
That which does not. Only serves to make you stronger. So you need to recognize the things that you are experiencing and the same things that your mother experienced. Genetics here is a factor. So your mother had issues. We're just going to talk external with the skin. And now you're getting those. I'm telling you. Focus for me. Focus, focus, focus. Breathe with me, okay? Breathe with me. So breathe in. There is the DNA factor. Have you checked your DNA? You know, the doctor can do the DNA.
No, I haven't.
They can, okay, so a doctor can look at your DNA and tell you what you have a predisposition for. They do that here on a regular basis. I live in Dallas, but apparently they don't do it there. If I was you, I'm going to tell you the same thing I tell everybody. I get all my medical records, send them to the Mayo Clinic, and go up there and see what they got to say, because
if I did that, they'll tell me I'm supposed to be dead by now.
Maybe you're a good candidate for one of their research studies or some shit. Just saying.
I'm basically medically dead.
We need water. You need the sea salt in the water. Dr. Barbara O'Neill. Sea salt. Do you ever have Gatorades?
I know, honestly, I drink vitamin water.
Vitamin water? Well, but you need the sea salt. It's different. If you can't absorb it, you can't absorb it. It goes straight through you.
It could be the dialysis flushing it out too.
Yeah, I don't know anything about dialysis. I'm a psychic, not a doctor. Why do I keep drawing X's with you? I'm doing it again. I'm drawing this. X, 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 X. I don't know what this is. And looks like you're stretching something really thin here. You're stretching it. Something stretching really thin. This is cognitive, so it affects your brain. I'm pretty sure this is cognitive, so it does affect your brain as well. Spiritual connection. And I'm going to figure, they make me draw them things and I don't know what they are exactly. I'm going to figure it out one day very fucking soon, okay? They made me draw them all the time and I'm not, what does that mean? This is stretched it thin. This is stretched it thin. It's like kind of thimble at the end. They make me draw them all the time, and I don't know what they are exactly. I'm pretty sure it's cognitive, something with the brain. You didn't have the COVID shot, did you?
No, thank you. I had COVID 2 years ago.
I had COVID. Okay. You had COVID. COVID or the COVID shot. So it's always, every time I ask and I'm looking at it and then I'm like, COVID shot. COVID. You had COVID. I'm saying that you either have COVID or the COVID shot. Whenever I draw those, it's something related to COVID.
No, I was told that COVID is the one that messed up my kidneys, and that's why I ended up on dialysis.
They said COVID messed up your kidneys. That's why it attaches itself in different ways. COVID messed up your kidneys, you end up on dialysis. I've seen it attach itself to people's brains. I've seen it attach itself to people's necks. Yours is in your kidneys. Fucked up shit right there. I mean, it's like Attack of the Killer Whales or something. You know what I mean? You didn't have your DNA done. But you don't have any children, so. In this dimension, anyways.
I wish I did, but no. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to have any.
That all happens by design on purpose, by the way. I'm going to explain that to you before I let you go. So, a soul comes here. They want to come to the third dimension. We're in the third dimension. Quantum physics says there's 12 dimensions occupying the same space at the same time. Your consciousness is focused in the third dimension. Okay? Like quantum physics, science says there's 12 of you, but your consciousness is focused on 3. So that's the only thing you see. You see everything 3D. You feel everything 3D, third dimensional, right? And you've heard that we are third dimensional becoming fifth dimensional. So we're trying to advance, right? So we need help, though, to get to the fifth dimension because we can't stay in the third dimension at 0. You know what's down there at 0. And we know what's at 12, right? The up above and the down below, so to speak. So souls come here, but they don't actually want to have a physical body. They just want to come here to help somebody, to help somebody, to help us evolve to a higher form of consciousness because we're almost in the down under. In order to do that, they come. They don't want to actually incarnate into a body, so they come and they go. just like that. But they stay here. That's the way they come to the third dimension. That's the only way to get here. They got to incarnate somehow. There's the morning after pill. There's those people that go and have operations, you know, and then there's this situation. So they just come to help us. So this is a soul that came here to help humanity rise to a higher form of consciousness, that did not actually want to incarnate into the physical body, but had to for a second, whatever. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You do have a lawsuit and a half because they failed to render aid. I would think any lawyer would take that on a contingency. You got to pay them a freaking dime. They'd be like, what? I would think you need to talk to a lawyer. Because they failed to render aid. It's an emergency room. You come in when you didn't know you was pregnant, you have a baby in your arms. They failed to render aid. See what I'm saying?
I mean,
That, maybe
honestly, I would like file a lawsuit just because I wouldn't want this to happen to somebody else. But
well, yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
My child is not coming back.
Well, no, the child came to be a spirit. They didn't want to incarnate. That was pre-planned by design. There's no accidents. Everything happens by design. I'm just saying, from the spiritual aspect, everything happens by design on purpose. However, you don't want that to happen to somebody else, hence the lawsuit. You may or may not be around for that. You know what I mean? But at least it'll offset your medical expenses because you got them. So why does my throat hurt? Do you also have like the acid reflux or something? Only hurts on the one side over here. This side, on the left side a little bit.
I had a cold like I want to say about 2 weeks ago.
So it still hurts?
I feel like I have something stuck in my throat and I can't get it out.
I feel like that. Yeah, I feel it.
And I've been trying to throw it up or spit it out, and
it's like
I just can't.
Boil or something, like a bump. I mean,
look, I've tried
inside, like a zit you can't pop in the middle of your throat or something. That's what it feels like.
It's like
it's irritating. Jesus Christ!
Like mucus. Something's like stuck in my throat.
I feel it. It's fucking irritating, man. Why? Jesus. You gotta hack it up, but you can't. It's on your throat. Yeah. So, you need to gargle with some salt water. Just use a sea salt. Gargle with sea salt water.
That's probably gonna be my last option to do because nothing's helping.
Yep, gargle with sea salt water. Like that. Let's gargle with some salt water for that. It's not that far down. It's like right there. So when you gargle, it'll get on there and
I just wish I could just spit it out.
You can't spit it out. It's attached to your throat. It's under the skin thing. It's weird. I don't know what it is. It's weird. We need to gargle with the salt water. Any salt water, whatever you got in the house will work right now. Tomorrow you can use something else, okay?
I'll have sea salt.
Oh, yay. Heat it up in the microwave or something. Gargle. So like nice, soothing. If you could throw lemon juice in there, that'll help as well.
I wish I don't even have no lemons right now.
Yep, lemon juice. You can do like the honey or whatever. If you want to do honey, lemon tea, that will help you. But right now, I like to gargle with that, okay? Do we have any other issues we need to address today? Because that thing's irritating. Jesus.
I want to touch the issue that is breaking my heart. My dad.
The dad. So dad's name. Dad is. Did I already write dad's name?
No.
I didn't.
We touched my mom. My mom just passed away on Christmas Eve.
Dad's name.
Out of all days, Christmas Eve.
What's your dad's name?
Jose.
Jose?
Mm-hmm.
Jose?
Yes.
Do you like to fish or something?
A fish? No.
Why am I making this J like a fishing hook? Making it like
because that's how he used to write it.
I'm like, yeah. Well, you went after your dad. Your dad still exists. No one ever dies.
I wish he was still around.
He's still around. What do you mean?
I feel him.
Don't you feel him tapping on your shoulder every once in a while? He taps on your shoulder, he said. I think it's the left shoulder.
The funny thing is, like
he taps you on the shoulder. Don't you feel that every once in a while? You feel like a little something.
I feel like he's here and he's like up to date on everything that's going on, and like he shows himself in my dreams.
Well, yeah, because you're in your spiritual body when you're sleeping.
And yes. we sit down and talk, and every time I go to like want to hug him, he disappears.
Well, because he doesn't have a physical body. That's not the way you want to. You want to show a physical affection, but that's not how you show your love in the spiritual aspect. So you have to like imagine. So when you want to show your love to your dad, imagine like grabbing a heart and holding the heart out in your hand like that. And in this way, that is a hug in his sense. This is a yes. Did you not feel that? I get a yes all over. I get a goosebumps all over. So when you want to hug your father, you want to go like this and do a physical thing, but he's in the spiritual body. So you want to imagine like a hand heart, like on TikTok, a hand heart. You know what I mean? The hand heart. And this is the way you show your affection, because it comes from within you and you externalize it. And they can accept that, and they can feel that, and they can communicate in that way with you at that level of love. So imagine the heart in the hand, and this is how you communicate. So it's a different. You just don't know how to communicate properly.
And then I thought it was like really funny, like, because I tell you, it's like I see things that are gonna happen in my dreams, but it's not like necessarily clear that it's something that's gonna happen. It's just I dream something similar to it.
Okay, so that's like, because we shift dimensions all the time, hence the Mandela effect. So where you're actually seeing
the day, like a couple of days before, I dreamed that somebody was falling off a building, and I was like, I'm pretty sure that means death.
Well, so your dreams are often a premonition, because there's no time from the spiritual point of view, there's no time. So it's flat, like on a screen. And so, yes, like I wrote all about COVID and the hospitals and everything else before that ever came out. I mean, 3 years beforehand, I was writing about it. I went back, I was like, what? I predicted that shit, what? You know what I mean? Everything that happened with my mother during COVID, everything. So when you are asleep, you're in your spiritual body, you're not in your physical body. You go home, so to speak. So in time is something we experience, but not something that's real. So it's flat. So you can premonitions, that happens. That's just a fact. I mean, because there's no time. So the past, present, and future all occur at the same time. And we shift. So that sometimes you're like really close, but just a hair off. That's because there's many, many dimensions, like a spirograph. Let me draw this here real quick. I could keep going like a spirograph. And we shift. We are on one line, and we shift from here to here to here to here to here to here to here, up here to over there. We're always shifting. So in one reality, let's say in this little reality, that's what happens. But then we shift. You shifted to over here, so you were really close, but you're just a hair bit off. Hair bit off. Hair bit off. Right? So that is why.
When my aunt passed away, I had a dream that like it was a lady sitting next to my dad, and I was like, this can't be possible. My dad's dead. Why would she be there? And
she is there.
Next thing you know, like my aunt she passed, and I was like, that's why I was dreaming of her the night before.
Yes, because she is there. Those things happen. You're right on cue. You're seeing to the middle. They said that you're seeing things. You are here where the dot is. See all these things going on. So you're seeing this and this and this and this and this. You're seeing all these things. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I feel like I'd be spinning in the middle of it too.
Yeah. So you're seeing all those things, and some may or may not be the reality that you experience in the here and now, but it doesn't mean it's not true in another aspect. So in another dimension, people shift dimensions. People are in different dimensions. We're like, I'm a fourth dimensional being in the third dimension. I'm in the third dimension, but I'm a fourth dimensional being, which is how I do these things. And I can connect one level up, which is the fifth dimension, and I can go one level down, third dimension. Sometimes I can connect to the sixth dimension. So sometimes I can go even farther up. I don't care to go any farther down. Thank you for that. I'll pass. I'll pass on that shit. Thank you very much. But yes, I got to get back to my feed here. It's called a numinous stream. Yvonne said it's called, like, you got to read all the comments here because they're telling us all about it and we weren't paying attention. But
numinous stream, never heard of that.
So I just want you to get the sea salt water and look up Dr. Barbara O'Neill and stuff. And I don't know how much good that's going to do you at this point because you already have the failure problem.
I'm just so scared to have a procedure because I think I'm just...
Well, you don't have any choice. There's no choice.
No.
After you're done, and I mean, you need to get this done as soon as possible if you can, because if your heart progresses too much further, you'll no longer be a candidate for said surgery. You won't get a kidney. So get this done as soon as possible is what I'm saying, because you won't get one because of the heart problem. Okay. You won't be a candidate. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
That's a dead end road. You need to get it done before your heart really gets any worse, because you'll no longer be a candidate. Okay?
Okay, I'll check into that.
I'm when I get off here, I'm going to let you take a picture of this. A lot of people like to take pictures, so. Okay?
All right.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of stuff for her. Carmen. Let me turn this around so you can get a picture. I know it is so messy. We got that page. We got the next one. COVID. So you know what? We'll figure that shit out. I think it's COVID. Stretching it thin. This means stretching it thin. You're stretching it thin. You're over. Yeah, I watch for the snapback, motherfucker. Shit. And then that one. All right. Sorry, you guys. So she needed extra time, man. Gotta give it to her. Gotta give it to her. GERD. I wasn't even paying attention. Yvonne said go to UAMS in Little Rock, Arkansas. No, she wasn't diabetic. Not in the armpit of Pine Bluff. UAMS in Little Rock. Gotta watch Gatorade and Powerade. Do electrolytes. Electrolytes. I just know you gotta do. You gotta watch. There's dyes and shit like that, and that can't be good on the kidneys and stuff. GERD. I don't know what GERD is. What is GERD? We just shed our body. Hi, TJ Love. A numinous dream. Don't do it in Pine Bluff. 28 pink roses. You're gonna lose your subscription soon. You can resubscribe, but you got to go to TikTok.com to resubscribe. Tata Head, same for you. It was heavy. Acid reflux. No, it wasn't acid reflux. It was just like a lump. It's a weird thing I felt in my throat. IBS. Well, that's related to your digestion because of your kidneys and your water. And they want to know if you got acid reflux. I didn't feel like it was acid reflux. I just felt a lump in there. That's what GERD is. GERD is acid reflux. What is GERD? Oh, that's acid reflux. I gotta use the restroom. I'm gonna have some reflux. I'll be right back. One more minute. I gotta check my sheets. They're in the dryer. gotta clean out the back of that dryer like Laundry Karma said. It's not drying right. The Maytag repairman's coming tomorrow. It's been a bumpy ride, man. That is a very bumpy ride. It just feels like a bump in her throat, though. It feels different. That I've felt acid reflux. I always feel like this thing going up and down my throat. With hers, it just felt like a bump in my throat. It's odd. That's the least of her problems, though. I don't think she's really concerned about that. Maybe just like leftover from being sick or whatever. I mean, she's got all the other issues. That's like, that ain't shit. You know what I mean? It's like you only feel the worst pain. Like you can break your finger and have a broken leg. You're not going to feel the finger pain at all. You're just going to feel the leg pain. Everybody imagine Karma totally healthy. Picture her, feel the emotion as though she's totally healthy. That's how you manifest. She's totally healthy. Totally healthy. She's jogging down the street. She's not even out of breath while she's jogging. You have to vacuum them out. Vacuum what out? In severe cases, surgery. Oh my God. That's the least of her problems right now, though. 43.7. So yesterday, it only bumped down to like 70%. No, 80%. I'm still there. I don't think it's because of that. I don't see that heart karma. Have you had an allergy test? I mean, I would do that as well, a food allergy test and an allergy test. I always tell people to do that. It's more at the so what I see, like, say there's a fish, you know, they got scales on a fish, and like there's something stuck underneath there, and it gets all irritated. It swell up real big, and the scale would poke up, kind of like that. They had to stretch your esophagus. They had to stretch it, so maybe there's a wrinkle in there, something stuck underneath there. It's irritated, it's stuck. But it's more like from a down under the, you got like different layers of skin, but so it's down under, like coming forward, something trying to get out kind of thing. So it's under like a zit. It's like a zit. The lack of the better way to describe what I see. like you have like a deep-rooted zit that doesn't even actually just lumps up and it's got nothing on the surface yet. It'll come to fruition. It'll get worse before it gets better. Impurities coming out of your system, probably because your kidneys don't work right. So like impurities coming out, something like that. They can come out anywhere, externally, internally, in your throat. Whatever. I get a yes on that. Some sort of impurity coming out of your system. You should have seen my dog. I turned the heater up and it started going, making this noise. And the dog's like, what the hell is that? What kind of noise is that thing making? What is that? I think you don't have lymph nodes inside your throat, do you? I don't know. I don't have any medical knowledge. I just see stuff. You do? Then that would be the toxins coming out. Man, you know what you should eat? If your doctor says it's okay? Milk thistle. It's a weed that grows in your damn yard. Are you there? Karma. Milk thistle. If your doctor says it's okay. Oh my God. Tell me you're still there, Karma. I just invited you again. Milk thistle.
See? Hi.
Milk thistle. Milk thistle. I had to invite you again. If your doctor says it's okay. There's a plant, it's a weed that grows in your freaking yard. Then they got milk thistle pills or whatever, but it takes toxins out of your bloodstream. It takes toxins out of your bloodstream. You think it'd counter effect that the COVID shit floating around in your bloodstream maybe. Milk thistle. If your doctor says it's okay and it doesn't counteract with anything you're taking already. It's a weed that grows in your yard. You know what I mean? You kill it with the Roundup. You know what I mean? It's called milk thistle. But you can go to Wally World in the vitamin section and get milk thistle too. But the weed, it's got sharp leaves and you just cut the little middle piece out of the leaf and you saute it up in the frying pan and you eat it. It's better than the green bean and it is takes toxins out of your bloodstream.
Okay.
Okay. I needed to tell you that. I think that would for whatever reason, I think it counteracts the COVID. I got a yes. Counteracts the COVID. So I had to tell you that, okay?
Okay, all right. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Bye-bye.
Okay.
I get a yes on that. That's weird. You don't think they'll let her take it? She has to check with her doctor. Check with the doctor. Well, it takes toxins out of your bloodstream, but it's a natural thing. But Check with your doctor. Takes toxins out. Hi, country girl. What's up? Hi, Jenna Love. 111. Yeah, that's what saved my ass, man. That milk thistle. Me and my dog, I already had 2 dogs that passed away, and the third dog started getting really sick, and I had black mold in my house. For whatever reason, I knew to take. This was before my enlightenment or during my enlightenment. I knew to take milk thistle. Had I not taken that milk thistle, I don't know. I probably wouldn't be here right now. I was pretty out there. It's a weed that grows in your yard. You buy the Roundup, it kills the weeds in the yard. The weeds in the yard are the natural cures for the ailments that you have. Just saying. You got pain medication. That's the wild lettuce. You got milk thistle, takes toxins out of your bloodstream. There's another plant, plantar, whatever it's called, for kidneys. If you've got a kidney infection. Dandelions are a natural anti-inflammatory. All the weeds. Well, now Roundup owns a pharmaceutical company, so you want a pretty lawn, kill all the weeds. Those are natural cures for the ailments you have. So then you got to go to the doctor to get the prescription. You know, the pharmacy to buy the pills from the pharmaceutical company that Roundup owns. You think they don't know? Whoopee-yo, yippee-yi-yay! Thank you for the cowboy hat. You think they don't know? They know. Oh, I got cards for Yvonne. Thank you for the cowboy hat. We're at 43.9. Whoopee-yay-yay. And Mom, what are we doing your cards on? I don't need that one. That one's not going to tell us shit. Why did we even put these cards in the deck? Just to confuse me? I have a hard time throwing it away. I got the ADHD. Why did they put this in the deck? Oh, a complimentary gift for me to download above. I didn't read it. It's a gift. Yvonne, will I get what I desire? This thing's buzzing. Okay, that's not. Will Yvonne get what she desires? It's just a radiator heater. Clarity, breakthrough, force, focus, truth. This is an action. Vision. You get what you desire. Will Yvonne get what she desires? Balancing resources, resourcefulness. You are resourceful. Again with a yes. Flexibility, adaptation. I want to say yes, yes, with limitations. Limitations, it says it right there. So it's a yes, balance, clarity, concentration, force, focus, truth. So yes, that's an action, and you also need to find some balance within you, but there will be limitations to whatever it is that you want. So we'll get all of what you want, partially. What is it you desire? You won't be good as new, but you'll be better than you are now, baby. Thank you for the cowboy hat. Kristen, you got a question? Aisha. Yes, you can. Kristen. That went her card. Knight of Wands. I like this card. You know I love this card. Action and adventure. You're daring and passionate, and you are not afraid to take risks to achieve your goals. Your affirmation is, I pursue my passions with confidence. I want it. I like it. I get it 100. Kim is manually, truly okay and happy. Kim, if you have a question, you can gift me a cowboy hat. I'll gift you a question, my friend. Cindy, you bet. Cindy is a subscriber. So she gets a card. If you want to subscribe, you can go to tiktok.com and you can subscribe there. Got some changes rolling in, Cindy. You may be facing a crisis that will force you to face your fears and let go of what no longer serves you. Sudden upheaval. I embrace change and upheaval. Embrace it. Go for it, baby. This shit ain't working. Everything's got to be better from there. You had 2 cards fly out once. You also pulled the Knight of Wands, the same as Kristen. Action and adventure. You are daring and passionate, and you are not afraid to take risks to achieve your goals. So I'll pursue my passions with confidence. So you need to be daring. Look, it's gone. Look, where's my face at? It's not there. It's there. Anyways. I like being 10 years younger. Fuck it. Be daring and passionate, and don't be afraid to take chances and change. That is your message. Please, Aisha is playing with peptides in my best interests. I don't know what peptides are. Be optimistic, taking control, daring decisions. I'm going to say yes. As long as you have do it with your power, like leadership and vision, so you know what you're doing. I don't know what peptides are. Now I got to know what peptides are. Got my ADHD going. What are what are peptides? Build these things called med bags that can. Peptides guide. Peptides are short chains of amino acids that play an important role in cell signaling and function. Signal. Are there the little things that they say were changed in our DNA to prevent us from being everything we are? And they look like a little worm, and they go up there and grab a thing, and they come back here and they look like, I think I saw something about peptides once. Meds that would cure every disease, because it's at the basic level before the DNA, before the DNA structure. Diseases related to the the disease is related to the DNA structure, and the peptides are above the DNA structure and help the DNA structure form correctly. Whatever the fuck that means. I get a yes. And again, I have no medical knowledge. It's for entertainment purposes only. It's not just the peptides, though. It's one step above the peptides. Some sort of little delivering mechanism, they say. So peptides and a delivering mechanism. Are you working with something external, Kristen, that absorbs through the skin? Shot is the delivery. External. It's I see this little ball thing. So what I see is like a little worm that moves over here and it moves over there and it moves over here and it delivers things back and forth and back and forth. And there's a little ball. There's a little ball. Rolling. There are lots of little balls. A rolling chain of something there. I would have to have somebody to read. Focus, Kristen. I don't have to have somebody read. I can use you. I still see both. You're talking about a shot, and I'm talking about external absorption. There needs to be more than one way of absorption for cause and effect. Whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, there needs to be more than one way of absorption. You need to hit absorption from 3 different aspects. In the mouth, on whatever the shot, and then that external. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 is always a golden number. From where we're at, it has to come from different sources because our bodies aren't ready for that. Our bodies haven't physically adapted at that level. Even though some of the aspect is there, our bodies aren't ready to adjust in that way. So you have to 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You have to get it different ways. You have to try different ways of absorption all at the same time. We underestimate the power of the skin and absorption. We underestimate that fact. You do know you absorb, say, 70% of your water right through your skin or whatever, I guess, something like that. So we underestimate the power of absorption. There's internal, comes from the inside, goes out. There's external, outside, goes in. And then you got your direct impact, which is not as, for what we're talking about, for that, it is not as powerful as the absorption. It needs a catalyst to absorb correctly through the skin, by the way. Needs a catalyst, whatever that is. Something minty or whatever, like Vicks Vapor Rub or something. Not that, but like, what do you call that shit? Smells kind of good. Smells cool. Whatever that is, it needs a catalyst to help the absorption. Menthol, that's the word. Thank you. That would be a good catalyst. It opens the pores and then you rub it in. Kimberly, if you want to resubscribe, you can go to TikTok.com. It's the only way to resubscribe right now. I'm jumping off this live. I'm going to go over to not this one. I'm jumping off the YT